posebno zadovoljstvo imam što među tolikim bubnjarima vidim i neke muzičare. U svakom slučaju, molim vas, pre nego što naš večerašnji gost nastupi, za malo pažnje, jer mislim da organizator ovog večerašnjeg događanja to zaslužuje. Naime, organizator večerašnjeg dešavanja je firma Marvin, koja na ovaj način proslavlja praktično 20 godina svog delovanja na ovim prostorima. Dakle, ja vas molim da aplauzom pozdravimo našeg večerašnjeg gosta, gospodina Don Famulara. Please, Mr. Don Famularo.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You guys are the best. The best. You are the best. How do you feel? Are you ready for an evening of drumming? We are all going to go on a drumming adventure together. That's what we're going to do tonight. You know, maybe we can, how about we move these people up closer? Come up, everybody, move up closer. I want to feel it. Come up closer. The chairs, come up closer. Move it up. Come on, we're going to break some rules here. Here it is. Come on, here it is. Come on up. Yes. Excellent. Come on up. How you guys doing? All right back here? Excellent. I love your pants. Beautiful. All right, is it better now? Where's that 12-year-old? You come here. 12-year-old boy. Where are the young kids? Any young kids? This kid's 12 years old. Come up here. This kid's 12. Any young kids, come up front. There it is. Perfect, all right? Sit right there, good. Any young kids? If you're young, come on up front. Come up front. Great, come on up front here, yeah. Great, guys. Excellent. Are you comfortable? You feel good back there? You guys are great. Great. Back here. Excellent. I have so much to tell you. And I want to perform for you tonight like I've never performed before. I want to give you everything. My name is Dom Famularo. And I travel the world playing drums. This is what I do. When people ask me, what do I do for a living? How do I earn money? I tell them, I hold wood in my hands and I hit metal and plastic. That's what I do. And I make noise. I make noise. That's what I do. But if I organize the noise, then I get paid. We have to organize the sounds. Because for me, It's all about art. It's all about artistic expression, emotions, passion. This is everything. This is life. This is music. It's about passion and the feeling for expressing what's inside of me. Each of you, I can feel you love music. You love music, I know that. That's incredible. That is the passion. That's the passion. It begins with art. The language that I use to speak my art is music. Music is my language, the universal language. And the voice that I use to speak my language is drum set. That's my voice. Absolutely. Stop talking. Stop talking and play the music. I feel like I'm back home with my family, my children. Dad, shut up. Play the drums. I'm home again. Thank you. I want to play a song for you, and this first song, I wrote this song a few years ago for a very good friend of mine. He was a drummer, and his name was Jeff Porcaro. Anybody remember Jeff? Jeff was a very good friend of mine, and Jeff was a great drummer, a great, great drummer. He played with the band Toto, Boz Scaggs, and Steely Dan, thousands of recordings, thousands. And he played music always from his heart, always. We had a talk one day. Jeff had called me on the telephone. We were talking about the fact that we both travel around the world and play drums. And I said, Jeff, it's about the message that we have. I have a message, you have a message. The message of being positive and giving all you can give when you play music. Just when you give 100%, that's the time to give more. And that's where the power of music is. I had this talk with Jeff Porcaro, and I said, Jeff, your message is unbelievable. 2 weeks after we had that phone call, Jeff died. In August of 1992. He was only 38 years young. 38 years young. And he was my age. And I remember that it's been now 13 years since Jeff has been gone. But his music is still here. The other day I was traveling, walking through an airport, and I heard the tune Rosanna. And I stopped in the airport with my bags, and I stopped and listened. And as I heard the song, I felt Jeff was with me again. Each of you has a message. In life, the journey is to find that message. And then when you find that message, you have to give it away. And you have to share it. So I sat down with a couple of musicians. We wrote this song, and I called this song One for Jeff. Could you hear it? Could you feel it? That's most important. That's most important. You see, this is what I do. When I was young, I told my parents, it's all about music. That began to be my love. My parents were confused in the beginning. How can you make a living playing drums? And I said, I don't know, but I'm gonna play the drums for a living. It came down to my choice. I believe we all have that choice, to keep music close to you. Now, there are so many great drummers around the world. So many great drummers. I'm just in the middle now of a tour that began 2 days in Portugal, 4 days in Spain, 2 days in Germany, 5 days in England, 5 days in Austria, 4 days in Greece. Today, Belgrade, Serbia. And so far, this one is the best. Absolutely. It's the best only for one reason. It's the best because of your spirit and your love for music and the fact that you're here tonight for all of us to be in this room together, to share music, to understand art, to feel the expression, and to continue the cycle of what music is about. This is powerful. Now, I began to play drums when I was 11 years old. 11 years old, I began to play the drums. I don't know why, man. Just drums, it just seemed like that was it. I didn't choose the drums. The drums chose me. All of you, none of you choose your instrument. Your instrument chooses you. This is the power and your message. This is your message. Whatever instrument it is. How many drummers do we have here today? Right? How many guitar players? How many bass players? How about keyboard, piano? Any vocalists here? Any singers? Unbelievable. How about trumpet? Saxophone? French horn? Bassoon? Yeah, baby. I don't even know what the hell a bassoon is. So here's what happened. 11 years old, I start to play the drums. My family, my older brothers, my younger sister, they played some instruments. We played together. Music was in our family. We had no money, but we had music, and because we had music, we were the richest people on the block. That's where it begins. Understand your talent. Your talent to play music is a gift. It's a gift. So here I am, I start playing drums. I'm 12 years old, and I'm playing, and I've got a certain beat and a certain fill. And some musicians came by and said, we want to hire you. We want you to be in our band. So I joined the band with my brothers. We're playing music. I'm 12 years old. Incredible. We played music, and after I performed, they gave me money. This was incredible. Incredible. So I continued doing it. And now, 40 years later, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. Now, some people say, 12 years old, you must have been an unbelievable musician. No. I was the only one in my village that owned a drum set. But that made me the best. You see, that's the secret. This is the secret. You gotta move somewhere where there are no drummers. Then you become the best. That's the secret. And I must tell you one quick story because I want to play a drum solo for you. And before I play the drum solo, I want you to understand that for me, to learn about the drums was so exciting. Well, I had a teacher where I lived, and one day this teacher said, Dom, you're 17 years old, you're my best student, I want you to come over to my house, and I want you to meet a buddy friend of mine. A buddy friend. Come over for dinner. I said, great, what can I bring? He said, you bring the wine. Excellent. So the next day, I go out, I buy some wine. What's that?
What kind of wine?
This wine, funny that you asked. I remember. It was a very inexpensive Italian wine. It was the worst. You see, I had no money. That's what it was. But it didn't matter. So as I'm driving to my teacher's house with the wine, I ride by a club. And on this club, it says on the sign outside, tonight, the Buddy Rich Big Band. I go, oh man, I know my teacher loves the Buddy Rich Big Band. So I stop the car, I get out of the car, I run aside, and I buy 3 tickets. One right front row center. One for me, one for my teacher, and one for his buddy friend. This is the true story. I go now, I get back in the car, and I'm excited. I go to my teacher's house, I knock on the door. I got the wine, man. He opens the door, and I say, have I got a surprise for you? He says, yeah? Have I got a surprise for you? I walk in the house, I turn, and who's sitting on the couch? Buddy Rich. I mean, I'm 17. 17. And I look at Buddy Rich, he's sitting on the couch, and immediately my brain goes, I start speaking in tongues. I sounded like a whale in heat. I didn't know what this is Buddy Rich, this is the king. Stuff is coming out of me. I don't know what I'm saying. So my teacher Al says, Dom, this is Buddy Rich. Buddy, this is that young drummer, Dom Famularo. So I'm shaking Mr. Rich's hand. And I turned to Al and I said, my teacher, I said, you told me I was going to meet a buddy friend of yours. This is not a buddy, this is the buddy. Big difference. Well, it turned out that Buddy and my teacher were very good friends. For many, many years, they grew up together. I didn't know this. So now we have dinner, we go there, we eat, and I'm listening to all these stories. I mean, Buddy Rich, this guy. The stories, what he did. We finish eating, and Buddy says, okay, time to go to the gig. We're going to perform tonight. So I forgot. I put it in my pocket. He says, come on, we'll get in my car. So we go outside, and I get in the back seat of his car. His car was a red Corvette Stingray. Now, if you understand a red Corvette Stingray, there is no back seat. That's where I got. I climbed in, my leg was sticking out the window. I was like, didn't matter. I was in Buddy's car. He drives very fast. We get to the gig, and I tell Buddy, I said, Buddy, I didn't know I was going to meet you. I have 3 tickets tonight to hear you play tonight. He says, why did you buy 3 tickets? You and your teacher are going to sit backstage. Give me the tickets. I give him the tickets. He goes to the line outside of the people, and he goes to the last 3 people in line. And he says, here, I'll see you front row center. These people are like, ah. Those are my tickets. So now, Buddy comes around, he gets back in the car, and he drives around backstage. We come in, his drum set is set up, the Buddy Rich drum set. Incredible! And the drum set is set up here, and the big band's here, facing the audience. He takes 2 chairs. He put one here and one here. He says, Dom, this is for you and your teacher. Sit here, and you guys watch from here. He says, I'll see you after the show. Play the music. He sounds like my mother. Play the music. I tell you this story for a very important reason. Because when I sat there to watch Buddy Rich, I saw the feeling that how he played, he gave 110%. It was about drumming, it was about music, it was about art. I want to play a drum solo for you. I asked you to come up close, especially the young kids. I want them to enjoy, to see, to feel. Because I know when I come here, my first time being here in Serbia, to be here in Belgrade, it's incredible. Everyone that I have met today has been so hospitable. Everyone has been wonderful. The highest compliment I can give you is I feel like I am home. It's unbelievable. Really great. I want to play a drum solo for you now. And when I play a drum solo, I never plan out what I'm going to play. I don't know. Whatever I feel at that moment, that's where I go. I trust my feeling, I trust you. And the reason why I have no plan is because then the audience experiences the creativity the same time the artist does. This is the magic that takes us all on a journey together. Let's go on this journey. Hello, drums. I am back. I love you so much. That one was for Belgrade. Absolutely. You know, when you guys are great. Hey guys, how do you feel? You feel good? Are you guys drummers? Someday, in the future, I'm gonna come back to Belgrade. And I'm gonna come back here, and we're gonna organize drumming camps. We're gonna organize lessons. We're gonna organize me to stay here more than one day, because one day just is not too long. Absolutely. And I want to teach you all of you, because I believe in you, and I believe you all are the next generation of international first-class musicians that are going to travel around the world playing music. You guys are the next generation. You're the next generation. The next generation. I had the chance to meet these great drummers. One night in New York City, I went to hear 4 drummers in one evening. I got some friends together, and we went to a club, and we went to hear Elvin Jones. And he was incredible. After we heard his first set, again, I couldn't speak. I had no idea what was going on. Then after his, we went down to catch the second set of Tony Williams with his band Lifetime. Incredible. Who doesn't understand English? Okay, then later on, you watch the DVD and someone will translate it for you. And don't worry about the words that I'm saying. I want you to feel what I'm saying. That's more important. After I heard Tony Williams, we went around the corner to a club called Buddy's Place and heard Buddy Rich play. Same evening. Then we went down a couple more blocks to catch the 4th set of Steve Gadd with the Brecker Brothers. Steve Gadd is a very good friend of mine, and he is one of the nicest guys in the world. And I told Steve a couple days ago, I said, Steve, I'm going to go to Greece, then I'm going to Serbia, then I'm going to Canada. And Steve said, make sure you say hello to all the musicians for me. So from Steve Gadd, he says hello, and he said, you are the next generation. Now, very quickly, a few years ago, I played drums this way. This is the way I held the sticks 3 years ago. What do they call this? Very good, traditional grip. And I played this way for 37 years. This way. This way. What did he say? Again, he sounds like my mother. Same voice, same look, and the same beard. My mother is tough. So I played this way, 37 years. And I realized that I was having some challenges because this would happen. I'd be playing a tune, I'd be playing along, and then this would happen. Whoa. Okay? Whoa. I took my hi-hat and I made it a little higher. Excellent. We play. And again, I take the stick. Again it happened. Now I take my hi-hat and I put the freaking thing up here. Now I'm playing like an orangutan. A monkey, right? And again I hit the stick. So 3 years ago I changed my playing. This to this, and no more cross. Open.
Open. Yeah.
Totally open-handed playing.
Yeah.
Open-handed. I saw the light. My brothers and sisters, I saw the light. I felt the love. The drum of love, I saw the light. My brothers and sisters, hallelujah. I am 52 years young. Years young. I play the drums for a living. I play music. 52. The older I get, the younger I feel. This music is the fountain of youth. This is the fountain of youth. To play music. When I heard Buddy Rich, I heard him play his last performance. He played until he was 69 years young. When he played, I was backstage, I heard him. He was freaking incredible. Incredible. He played with such magic. And every time he sweat, and sweat came from his face. As I just played for you now, every drop of sweat is thousands of hours of practice, of dedication, of hard work, of passion. When Buddy played that night, it was incredible. 3 months later, he was dead. But his last performance was his best. Understand learning about music. To play music, I made the change. I made the change because I knew this would open me up to new areas. It opened new doors. Was it easy? No! Do I love it? Yes. Absolutely. Now all the drummers, not just the drummers, guitar players, bass players, keyboard players, I challenge you all to learn and improve your technique. Technique is only a tool. It's a tool to get the idea out of your head. How many of you have ever had a musical idea in your head? You can hear it clearly in your head, right? And then when you go to play it, it sounds like you're falling down the steps. Right? Me too, thank you very much. So the object is to get the ideas from here into your voice. Just as I speak to you now, I feel and I speak. That's what this instrument is about. To feel and to speak. To feel the magic and the power of music. I changed to open-handed playing. Now, two of my teachers, one of them was Joe Morello. The great Joe Morello. Get a snare drum. There's a snare drum back there. You get a snare drum? Give me a snare. Give me. You, come here. This is Nevin. How about giving Nevin a round of applause? Nevin, are you a drummer?
Yes, sir.
You are a drummer. Yes, you are. Wow, look how confident he is. Yes, I am. Excellent. Nevin, you are going to be my snare stand. Hold on, it's not like that, okay? Got it? Hold it tight. Don't move. Nevin, how old are you? 12 years old. I have underwear older than Nevin. And I'm wearing them now. Too much information. I'm not, but I think your boyfriend is. Nevin, I go to Joe Morello. And Joe Morello, this magic master. Today, Joe Morello is 78 years young. Still playing drums, and he's still great. And I go to him, I said, Mr. Morello, I want to learn to play the drums. He said, okay, play me one stroke for me. I want you to start here, throw the stick down, and end up back in this position. One stroke. I said, okay. Now I drove 5 hours to see him, $100 an hour, and he wants me to play one stroke. He's Joe Morello. Right? I go, very expensive. All right? I did this. This is what I did. He said, terrible. He's a master. I call him Joe Yoda. I said, okay, you show me. He did this. Whoa. Whoa. Now, watch this again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He threw it down, and it jumped back into his hand. Again. Woo! Baby, that was so good. I said, what is that? He said, that's called the free stroke. It's free. You throw it down, it jumps back in your hand. Total rebound. Woo! This technique he learned from George Lawrence Stone and Billy Gladstone. This stroke is very important because it's total relaxation. Fluid movement creates fluid sound. Relaxed movement creates relaxed sound. Tense movement creates tense sound. We must be totally relaxed. So I began to practice the free stroke. Woo! It took me, with Joe Morello, 8 years. I am slow. But 8 years on a practice pad in a little room. But what he gave me was magic. The stroke, totally relaxed. Incredible. Then I said, Mr. Morello, Yoda, I need more power. I'm playing with rock and roll bands and funk bands, and I'm playing, I need this kind of power. Thank you very much. He said to me, you must go see Jim Chapin. Whoa. Jim Chapin is 86 years young. We call him Obi-Wan Kenobi. I go to Jim Chapin. I go to his house. I knock on the door. Nothing.
Maybe he's so slow too.
I hear the door. He opens the door. He's standing there, white hair, tall man, very handsome, good-looking man, but he's old. And I'm saying, pal, go by. He says, come in. He says, go over to the snare drum. I walk over, and then he did this. He was running. Obi-Wan Kenobi. He said to me, he said, take the stick. He said, play me the most powerful note you can play. Hit that drum the hardest you can. I said, yes, master. I did this. Jim said, terrible. Yes, master. Please, show me the force. And he did. I said, Jim, you do it. He did this, exactly this. I'm watching this going, what am I doing here? He did this. Totally relaxed. He played the stick like it was a whip. Like Indiana Jones. Dun 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 dun. Like a whip. The whip must be relaxed. You can hear the wind. Listen. You hear it? Watch. Devin, don't move. Don't move.
Don't move.
I'm going to whip this so close to your nose. I want you to feel the wind. Your hands are going to go like this. Don't move. Don't move. Yesterday, the kid moved. There was blood all over the first row. The whip. This whip technique is called the molar technique. A whip, like you have a string, an imaginary invisible string on your wrist. And this happens. Imaginary string. And you, whoa! And you create the whip. The string. Can you see the string? You can see it, right? You see it? There is no string. It's imaginary. Too much Serbian wine. The stroke is this. Relaxed and powerful. Relaxation and power. Relaxation and power. Two words that don't go together. Relaxation, the more relaxation, the more power. Two words that don't go together. Like, happily married. They don't go together. My ex-wife. What the heck was wrong with her? Never, are you married? You got any children? Keep it that way. The stroke. Great power with relaxation. When I played for you, did I have tension? No. The more relaxation you have, the more power you have. Speed, control, power, endurance. This is with any instrument. Any instrument. Speed, control, power, endurance. You hear the idea and you express it. Would you please give a great round of applause for Nevin? Okay. Does anybody have any questions right now? Any questions? Yes, sir, right here. Right here. Hey, don't be shy. Anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
I was wondering if you could show us some of the foot techniques that you were using and about downstroke, if it's possible to apply downstroke with sticks to the feet. And how do you do that?
Great question. Did you hear the question? Yes. He wants to know, what size stick am I using? This is a Vic Firth HD9. Good question. Next question. The question he asked was a great question. Was a question about my feet technique. Now, many, many years ago, I was one of the first people to play double pedal and play hand patterns with my feet. When I learned how to play with my hands, I put the techniques into my feet. I said, why not? I tried this 25 years ago. And now, all these young drummers that came to my clinics, Virgil Donati, Thomas Lane, Martha Miniman, Terry Bozzio, all these great players, they all now use their feet. I just wanted everyone to start thinking about their feet. And all these great guys, I mean, Terry Bozzio, he is incredible. Totally incredible. What he thinks and what he plays is unbelievable. But he uses his feet like an extension of his hands. The question was about feet technique. I have 3 different foot positions. Position number 1 is heels down. Totally heels down. Very soft playing. Position number 2, heels up. But I play it from my ankle. This is how you get the girls. It doesn't work for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Second position, from the ankles. Not the leg, the ankle. Like a tap dancing step, like this. That exercise. Tap dancing is very important. Third position, full leg. I use all 3 positions. All 3 positions, and you do it. Feet and hands. The upstroke or downstroke, I play with my hands. I play with my feet. For example. Could you see it? Good man, thanks. You could also go, I have a website, which is www.domfamularo.com. My name, domfamularo.com. Go to the website, and on there are free cyber lessons. Free. 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 Free, free, free. No money. And you can download it to your computer and you can keep it. You did, right? All right. I do these because I want this information to reach the world. I'll be doing more cyber lessons, and I want the information to reach the world because I want you to be the next generation of musicians. All instruments have this. Guitar, bass, keyboard, drumming, of course. Take lessons, learn information, ask questions. Grow and push your talent to the highest level. This totally is where the fun is. And you must be creative. Look at my drum set here. My drum set, I set up very differently. Now first, this is a Mapex drum kit. Mapex, it's a Saturn kit, very thin shell. It's got a very, very big, deep, fat sound. Really fat, like my ex-wife. Fat and ugly. I love these drums because the tone is so clear. But I set up my drums differently. Most drummers play 10, 12, 14, 16. 10, 12, 14, 16. I play 12, 10, 16, 14. You ask why?
Yeah. Why?
And I answer, why not? I can do whatever I want to do with this drum set. You know, when you buy a piano, you don't take a new piano and say, okay, I'm going to put the white keys on this side and the black keys on this side. You got to play it the way it is. Drum is a very creative instrument in the setup. So I changed the drums because it makes me more creative. It makes me think differently. I think of ideas and I think out of the box of music. It creates an environment for me to create. The drums make me create. Now the heads that I have are Remo heads. Anybody here play Remo heads?
Me.
For me, they are simply the best. The best in the world. I've been playing them for 40 years. As long as I've been playing drums. These are the Emperor Clear Remo. And the Emperor heads are a 2-ply head. So it gives me a deeper sound. So I can play bigger music, I can hit hard, and the heads are great. So on the Mapex drums, I've got reload heads. I then use, of course, all Sabian cymbals. I've been playing Sabian cymbals for 18 years because they simply are the best sound for me. I don't, you know, the comment was because I get them for free. And the answer is wrong. I bought these cymbals, I bought all of my Sabian cymbals because I like the sound. After I purchased the cymbals, Sabian heard me playing, then they called me up. I said, I have the cymbals. I said, you know what I need? When I travel around the world, send the cymbals to each country for me, and that's what they do. This setup was chosen for me. It's the same cymbals out of any music store. Nothing special. I tell the company, nothing, I want the same cymbals that all of you play. How do these cymbals sound? Incredible, right?
Yeah.
You can buy them if you want them. I bought mine. Well, I use them so they're second hand. I played these, they gotta be second hand. We'll give you a special deal. For sure. Now I tell you, because I play open-handed, I have a ride cymbal here and a ride cymbal here. So I can play right hand or left hand. I have a 16-inch crash here and another 16-inch crash here. So I have both cymbals for both hands. 2 splash cymbals, 10 and 12. And I put them on my left side because it's more difficult for me. I have to think differently. 2 hi-hats, 14, 13, and 2 chinas, 18 and 20. So to me, all these different sounds, it gives me the colors that I need. So when you choose your instrument, no matter what instrument it is, guitar, bass, keyboard, drums, choose the sound of your voice and choose it carefully and play to have fun. I play Vic First Sticks only because they're the best. I play them, they always feel great, and I play them. This is my choice. I'm not a salesman. I'm an artist. I need instruments that are going to give me a great sound to inspire me so I can continue to play. You have a question?
Yes, can my little brother catch some sticks?
Your English was excellent. What is your name? Dimitri? How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
10 years old. I have socks older than you. Which one is your brother? This kid's gonna be famous someday. Yeah. So I say to you, I want to play another song for you. You want to hear the song? Okay. This next song I wrote a few years ago. And I was in New York City performing, and I went to a park, Central Park, across the street. And while I was in the park, there were many, many school buses of children that came out. And they all had different sized balls that they were bouncing. All different colors, all different sizes. Small ones, medium ones, big ones, bouncing. And I watched all these children bouncing these balls all over the place. And while I was watching them bounce the balls, a song came into my head. And I was standing near a tree, and the song came in. I always carry with me a little tape recorder. So if I get an idea, I sing it into the tape recorder. So I'm watching these balls bounce, and I hear this song. And I'm singing this song. And while I'm singing the song, a man walks by, and puts $5 in my hand. I thought, I have to record this song. True story. So, I have no name for it, but when I think about all the children playing and bouncing, I think of this song, and I want to play it for you now. Track number 10. Hang on.